Okay, so this is a revision session on Mobirise. You are welcome. So when we come to using Mobirise, Mobirise is a platform used to develop or create a website. Now, a website is a collection of several web pages. So it means when you're going to design the website, you need to plan around it. Okay, so we are going to look at some various features of a website. So whenever you open Mobirise, when you install it, this is the interface you will see. Now, the new versions of Mobirise do not have this button. So it means you have to register Mobirise on your personal PC. You have to log in with Google or log in with your email. You type your email here and then you click on login. Okay, so not wasting that much time, let's go and see how Mobirise look like. So click on the free version. Good. Now we have arrived at Mobirise landing page. Okay, so this is an option for you to choose a language. I decide to always let it come because I want my students to understand how the whole interface works. Okay, so now in every app we have a title bar, we have a menu bar in every application. So with Mobirise we have this hamburger, hamburger. So we have this hamburger option here that opens pages, websites, your account should you have login with some extensions and a help option. Okay, now let's close this. So we have the home site here. This is home, so that's the name for this page, home. Now we have a view. So currently we are viewing this website in a desktop view. If I click on this, we are viewing the website in the mobile view, while we have the option to switch to desktop view. Okay, now this eye here shows a preview. So when you click here, whatever browser you have, whatever web page you have, it will be seen in a browser. And then we go to publish. So currently this is the website I have. Okay, so let's see something. When I click on preview, it takes this process to convert the current web page I have so that I can see it in a browser. Good. So now my browser will open up. So this is my browser. Now inside my browser, what can you see? So this is a web page. We haven't added anything yet, so this is a default web page. Okay, so now let's talk about some few things about a website or a web page. Like I said, a website is a collection of web pages. So meaning it's not just one page that makes a website, but now some number of pages. Okay, so now what can we observe here? Can you see this logo? Yes, this logo, this menu, and then this option here. Okay, these things here makes the menu, the website menu, and normally it is referred technically as the header. The head. So the header. So every website or every web page have a unique a header, and the header can contain either the logo of the page, the title or the name of the page, and some other menus. But here in Mobirise, all this is called a menu. Okay, now we have various contents. So you see, when you notice here, create amazing website up to this start now, it's a block. It's a block of content. Now when you see where the picture is, this picture is also another block. Now where our service up to this is also a block. So we have gallery with menstrual grid up to the end of the color is also another block. Now unlock boundless possibilities up to learn more is also another block. Block with video, so it means this block is supposed to have a video in it, and so the video is not showing. Now about us is also a block. So when you observe this website, so we have a contact form here, it's also a block. We have contacts, which is also a block. Now at the bottom, can you see this, where normally we see copyright? When you go to website, you also always observe that at the bottom. So this is what we call a footer. A footer. So every website has a menu, and every website has a footer with all other contents fixed inside the website. So now let me close this browser and let's go back to our editing page. So now we've previewed, and then the browser opened for us to see how our page will be looking like in the browser. Now this is publish. Publish is where you intend to share your designed website. So you can publish through a local drive where you are going to save onto your machine. You can send it through an FTP, or that is where you export it. Okay, so currently now these are the menu on the menu bar for Mobirise. So we are going to see more of this. Now let's come to the hamburger. So these three lines here, these three lines are called hamburger. So the three lines, whenever I go on it, it pops. It's called a hamburger. Now under the hamburger, so we have our current site. So when you want to start a new website, you would come and click on my site, right? When you click on it, so this opens up. It opens up for you. Now you click here to create a new site. Create a new site. So I'm going to click on it, create a new site. Now you have various themes here. You have various themes here to pick from. Now when you pick from them, you are going to edit the themes, right? But for the sake of learning, I'm not going to pick any of this theme. We are going to start afresh. Okay, so I'll clean the name here, and that's supposed to be the name of our site. So today flow, that's the name of our site, today flow. Okay, so I'll come and click on add blank page. Okay, so it's giving me an option to take some particular theme, which is a default. We'll go ahead. Now as I have opened this, the earlier website you saw is gone. Now we are at an empty page. Now let me take you back to the hamburger. So now we have worked with this site. Now we have pages. Let me click on it. Currently we have only the home page. right? We have only the home page. And so we are going to design our home page. Later, we will design an additional page to it. Okay, so I'll close here. Now, this is the home page. So remember, you have to have the idea of the website you intend to build. Now, when you go and create the website, it is here with me. Where is it? Okay, this is what I'm currently working on, but because I haven't saved anything yet, so okay. So then you now come and work with the various pages that makes the website. Okay, so this is our first page, which is normally called the home page, right? So you can click on this plus here or this plus here to add some items. So I'm going to click on the plus. Now these are the various items you can add onto your web page. So this is the web page. These are the items. So without wasting much time, let me take the simple ones so that we can easily work on them. Okay, so I'll drag this one, the first one. Now this is how we do it. We drag. Now it is classified. So the first group is menu, right? Can you see I've selected the menu? Now the menu is all this at the top. So I'm going to drag this and put it on my web page at the top. So I've added a menu. Now you can add more than a menu. So you see the menu, it has been added. So this one is saying that there is no menu here for you to use. Okay. Now if you don't intend to use this menu, what should you do? You would come here, click on it, and then it brings you to this website. So this is the website that I opened fresh and there is nothing on it, and I brought only the menu. Now on the menu you have this. So when you don't want to use this menu, when you move your pointer onto the menu, you will see there is a pop-up here, right? Look, I've taken this off. Now I brought it here. There is a pop-up. So you can click on these three dots and then it gives you the option to delete, right? So I'm going to delete it. Yes, are you sure you want to? Do you want to remove? Okay, so the menu is gone. So I'm going to bring another menu. So I click on the plus. Okay, so I have another menu here. I am dragging. So I'll drag it and put it here. Good. Now, what other things can I do? So these are groups. Now we come to the header group. This are a feature that you might use. This is the header group. We go to a feature group. These are samples, so they are more like blocks. So you drag the blocks to follow. Okay, so right now I am going to drag this block and put it under my menu. Now my menu is floating, so I've dragged it and I place it under my menu. So can you see the arrangement? My menu is at the top, there is a block at the bottom. Okay, so we have other blocks. So these are article blocks, these are image blocks, these are blocks for gallery, these are people's block. Okay, so let me say, okay, I want to use this one. So I'm dragging it and I'm placing it under. Can you see where it is going to? I can place it at the top too, but I want to place it under. So now you can see the two various blocks I have dragged. Okay, now a website does not exist if it doesn't have a footer. So there are some common things that are pertinent to a web page: the menu and the footer. So I'm going to drag a footer to make things simple. These are various forms of footer. Okay, so let me use this one. So I'll drag this and put it under here. So now I have a web page, a complete web page. I have the menu, I have an item, a block here, I have another block here, I have a footer. So I hope you can see. Okay, so I'll come and click on my website to now edit the individual items. So these ones are options I have brought onto. We have various options, right? You have various options. Okay, so now let me click on this. Okay, so this is our website. This is our first web page. So we have the menu at the top, we have the footer at the bottom. Now any item can be inside, within the header and the footer. Any item can be there. Now let's observe something. So when I move to the header, which is the menu, you saw this pop up here, right? Block parameters. Good. So they are used to edit the whole block. So now let me go to the second one. So can you see this, our product, the block there? This is its parameters too. So if I don't want to use this block, I can click here to delete it. Now we have this drag block. This is for the block. So you know how many blocks I have here? So the menu bar is one block. This our product is another block. Let me scroll down. Now creators unleashed is another block, and then we have the footer, which is also another block. So always the footer is at the bottom. Okay, now what do I want to do? So we have creators unleashed at the bottom, and then we have our product at the top, right? Now watch something. I want the creators which are at the bottom to come on top of our product. So I'll come here, drag it. I'll press and hold and then drag it. So now you can see what is happening, right? So it was at the top. Now I'm dragging it and I want to place it in between on top of my footer, but under the creators unleash. So I've left it there. So now we have creators unleash at the top, we have our product at the bottom before the footer. Have you noticed that? Okay, so in all, this is the first backdrop. Now it have various items, and whenever you move your pointer to them, you will see several changes. First, when you move your pointer, you will see the big effect for the block. Now this is the setting. We will now talk about the individual settings anyway in the next video, but getting this overview clear, now this page is the home page. Let's go and add one more page and then I'll end the session. So you go to our hamburger. So let me close it. You go to the hamburger and you come to pages, you click, and then now we are done with the home page. So I'm going to add a new page. So create new page. Now what is going to be the type of page? You can take a theme for the page, or you can take a blank page. So I'll click for a blank page. Now what name should I give this page? Maybe this page can be about us. About us page, and then I'll come and click on this mark. So I'll mark it. Now this is our about us page. Now look at what comes. I'm going to close the hamburger. So once this is selected, it means that's what, can you see it is deep blue? Oh, so it means that's what I'm working on. So I'm going to close the hamburger. Now what can you see here? You see, when I created the about us page, it now has the header repeating, and then the footer also is repeating. So meaning the header at the top, the menu at the top, the footer at the bottom. So now there is a plus here, right? I'll click on the plus to add a block. So we have the header and the footer already here for our new page. So it means the header and the footer for every page in a website is the same. So at this moment, I'm going to pull an object. So let's say this is under article, right? The group called article. So we have text and an image. So I'm going to drag this. Now watch what I'm going to do here. So when I move it here, it's located and it's going to appear under the footer, but the footer is supposed to be the last thing. So I have to drag it to the top. So then it's now probably under the menu, but at least on top of the footer. So when I leave it, you will see that the footer has come down and then the block is inside here. So for this one, we will bring only one item. So I'm going to click on it. And so now this is my about us. So the about us have only one block, content block, and then it has the footer. So if I want to switch back, so I'll click here, go to pages and go to the home page. Now I've selected the home page. Good. So now I can close the hamburger and then come to my home page. So this is my home page. So in the next video, we will see the various individual content of the blocks and then see how we can edit these various items around our blocks. Thank you. Don't forget to like the video and possibly subscribe to the channel.